want to find a comfortable position lying down on the floor again, or you could stay seated. We're just going to use this opportunity to take as much space as we can on the mat. And so if you are just taking care of the low back, planting your feet on the ground with a bent knee is great, but if you just want to spread out, I'll invite you to do that as well. And we'll be here for just a moment so we can center the breath, center the mind. I'll invite you here to just scan your body for any places we might be holding any tension, and finding that space and maybe just giving it a wiggle and a release. And together we'll take notice of the rhythm of our breath. We can place our palms facing upward and letting the toes fall outwardly as we breathe slowly in and out through the nose. Continuing to find ourselves rooted into the earth. Again, feeling free to wiggle any parts of the body that feel a little tense. Today, as we begin to quiet the mind and the body, I'll invite you to just, as I name a specific body part, either finding yourself more aware of that space or lightly touching it to help you with your awareness. Continue to breathe as we release the part of the body, the brow, the center of the forehead, relaxing and releasing here. Breathing as we gently massage the temples, lightly breathing. As we continue to breathe, finding the sides of the neck, the throat area, where our throat chakra resides. The space between your chest, where your heart beats strongly, releasing, relaxing the shoulders as we notice the rhythm of our hearts. Floating down to the belly, feeling the power of our inner fire. And perhaps feeling the breath enter and exit the body lightly and slowly. And then moving towards our low belly, that area of creativity and feeling. Where life is created and life is felt. And just releasing, relaxing the hands on top of the thighs, maybe rubbing, releasing, and placing the palms back onto the ground, palms facing up. Continuing to slow the breath. We'll take an inhale, then release the chin towards the right side. So turning the neck, gazing over the right side. You can keep your eyes closed, relaxing the left shoulder towards the earth. Take a big inhale. over towards the left side. Almost like you're shaking your head slowly, yes and no. Just massaging the spine, the vertebrae in a different way. Inhaling and exhaling as we slowly move. Continuing to breathe. And we'll continue to bring some awareness to the body by wiggling the toes and rolling out the wrists. Inhaling as we reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, reaching the hands back behind us, pointing the toes forward, our energy reaching out of our fingertips and through our toes. Big deep breath through the belly. And we'll slowly bring one knee in at a time to the chest, holding on to either the top of the shins or the back of the thighs as we bring both knees to the chest, rocking gently from side to side, pointing and flexing the toes. It's creating a little bit of movement in our feet, getting any crinkles and cracklies that we might have. We might be holding on to, releasing the shoulders down to the floor, neck released. We'll hold on to the left knee as we flex the right foot and straighten the right leg, being careful to connect our spine towards the floor. Inhale, reaching that leg back up to the sky, bringing the right knee into the chest as we straighten the left leg forward. Inhaling. Exhaling, releasing, lifting back up, switching sides. We'll allow our legs to release here, releasing and opening up the hips as we flow from side to side, keeping an engagement with our feet and our toes as we move. Continuing to find our rhythm with our breath at our own pace. And if that means we need to hold one leg for a moment longer, then that's fine too. Just being here, feeling, breathing, and enjoying this sensation. Just one more round of breath. And then we'll bring both knees back into the chest as we rock from side to side, keeping our toes and fingers and hands engaged. We'll come back neutral. And this time we'll inhale and lift the chin up towards the knee to engage the belly. Inhale, lifting the head off of the ground. Take a deep breath. And then we release. Exhale, rolling one vertebrae at a time back down. We'll try that again. Inhaling, lifting the chin towards the knees. Holding. And we'll release, relaxing the shoulders and the head back down. And we'll release the hands into a T, palms facing down, elbows straight. And then we'll bring our knees about 90 degrees here, if this feels good. So we're gonna engage our core. Feel free to bring those toes towards the ground, but we can try this for now. 90 degrees if you feel fine. And we'll draw the knees towards each other as we rotate from side to side, bringing both knees towards the right side, engaging the core and trying to keep both shoulder blades connected to the ground. We'll take a deep breath, inhale and lift both knees up, trying to keep the connection with those knees 90 degrees if that feels good. And exhale, down towards the other side. Feeling that release in the spine. I know I heard a couple of cracks myself. We inhale, palms and shoulder blades connected. Exhale, falling over to the right side. And let's connect our breath. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, falling over to the other side. We'll take one more round on each side. Inhale, lifting. Trying to keep those knees connected, engaging our solar plexus. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Fantastic job. And as we come back center, we'll bring both knees back into the chest, rocking from side to side, wiggling out those toes, wiggling out the hands too. If that feels good, we can do a quick wiggle. And then we'll bring both feet connecting back to the ground. And seeing if we can, just for today, walk our heels a little closer towards our hips, connecting to the ground for bridge pose. We exhale, plant both palms right next towards our next to our hips, straightening out the elbows, connecting, rooting down. And on our next inhale, we'll lift both hips off of the ground. Inhale, reaching the hips upward towards the sky. Without squeezing the glutes, we're connecting with our toes, holding for 3, 2, and release back down. We'll try that again, planting the toes. We inhale, lift up gently without pressing, without too much strain. We lift with the belly and the connection with the feet. Exhale, down. Taking a few more rounds at our own pace, lifting and lowering, breathing in through the chest. Letting go here. Any tension we're holding on to in that space between those brows, relax. Breathing in one more breath, one more big healing breath. And we exhale, come back down. All right, we're almost done on our backs. I don't know if you're enjoying this as much as I am. We'll inhale, lift the arms up. We'll come back to a T, planting both palms down. And then we'll open our feet about mat width apart, a little bit wider than hip width apart, so our knees aren't connected anymore. And just like windshield wipers, we're gonna draw both knees over towards the right side. And it's okay if both knees aren't touching the ground fully. Just opening up that space where our hips are. Inhale, lifting back up and letting go. Keeping both shoulder blades and palms connected. We'll try just a few more. Deep breath, inhale, exhale, letting go. Deep breath here, inhale and exhale, fantastic. And last time, we inhale and we release. And from this space, we'll roll over to find a fetal position. So maybe the left hand comes over towards the right, settling in this space for just a moment. So we take a deep healing breath, renewal. As we exhale, pressing both palms down as we lift ourselves up and come into an easy seated pose. Feel free to tug on your leggings or fluff your afro if you need to, a little flat. And just take notice to how you feel in this moment. Maybe we sway from side to side, letting the palms rest gently and lightly on the knees, releasing during this time the shoulders rolling up and down. We'll come nice and strong through the belly's long spine. So we roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Imagining if you could grow just one more inch as we lift towards the sky and plant ourselves in our sits bones, connecting to the ground. We lift the shoulders up towards the ear and we hold here for just a moment, feeling that tension here. Sometimes we feel like we have the weight of the world on our shoulders. As we exhale, releasing that weight. Just for this moment, letting go. We'll try that again. Inhale, shrugging the shoulders up towards the ear, feeling that tension, feeling that pressure, and giving yourself permission to just let it go. Exhale. And then we'll release the neck, bringing the right Chin, right side, bringing the chin to the right shoulder. Exhaling, bringing the chin over to the left shoulder. Inhale, reach, and exhale, roll over. Just releasing. Inhaling and exhaling. So nice and long through the spine, nice and strong through the belly. Beautiful. And then we'll bring a full rotation to the neck, taking our time, drawing a nice big circle. And then we'll go the opposite direction, big circle, nice and releasing. And we let it go. Bringing the hands up towards the sky, inhaling, reaching high. Those fingertips almost grazing the top of the ceiling, gazing up. We'll bring our palms to connect. Exhale and bring our hands to heart center as we set our intention for today's class. And if you missed it in the beginning, today is Summer Solstice, and this is special because it's giving us an opportunity to reflect, but also giving us an opportunity to pause and be still and be grateful. And so we'll release and we'll try a quick breathing exercise that I think will be fun. Okay, and we can use it throughout the class as we practice. So we'll find ourselves nice and grounded in our seat, spine nice and strong. We can let the palms face upwards, releasing the shoulders. We'll take a deep breath, as deep as you can, in through the nose. And then we're just gonna hold our breath for as long as we can, longing for the next chance to breathe. Okay, so I'll guide you through it. We'll take a deep inhale, and then we'll take a deep exhale. Exhaling everything out, and then holding it. And then whenever you're ready, taking that next deep breath. So we'll try it again, because it was a little funky. It's okay, we'll try it again. No pressure. So we'll inhale together again, inhaling. Deep inhale through the breath. Relaxing the shoulders as we exhale fully, releasing all of what we have. And then holding the breath. And whenever you're ready, sipping that next breath, longing and grateful for that opportunity. We'll try it just a few more times. Take a deep breath in. And in gratitude, exhaling. Holding your breath. Whenever you're ready, taking that next inhale deeply. And we exhale. Holding our breath. Just noticing how long we can hold it. How much we need our next inhale. In gratitude, we inhale together and we release all of that. And just as a metaphor with the cycles of life and how we can get so used to the mundane, but how integral it is for us to live our breath, our life force, being grateful for that. Okay, you ready to flow? I'm ready to flow. Let's go over into our hands and our knees. Just checking in, feeling grounded and rooted, our palms connecting to the ground, directly underneath the shoulders, nice and straight line. So what we want to avoid is having our palms too far and having our hips and knees not aligned. We're going to keep it nice and square, nice flat back, strong spine. zipping our belly button up towards the spine as if somebody could really eat lunch on your back if that was their ministry. Connecting each fingertip towards the ground. We'll inhale and gently rock the hips from side to side. Letting the eyes close. Feeling a connection with our palms, with our fingertips. With this subtle movement, just reminding ourselves of the importance of being rooted and grounded as we slow down the breath. And then we'll come into a neutral spine. So I'm going to scoot up so I don't hit anything in the back. So we're going to do a spinal balance. I know we tried this last week. We'll try it again. Right leg reaching back behind us. We can be parallel to the floor, or we can bring our toes to connect to the ground. The choice is yours. Really just focusing though on keeping the hips square and not shifting over towards the left side, balancing between the right and the left. And whenever you're ready, we can lift the left arm up, also parallel towards the ground so that our right leg is lifted and our left arm is up. And we'll engage through the belly, pressing and holding, feeling strong in our solar plexus, our abdominals. We'll exhale, bring our hands and our knees back down. We'll try that on the left side, left leg, pressing back. Nice and strong, our right arm slowly lifting, taking your time here. Reaching forward and pressing back. Really relying on our core strength. Exhale. We'll flow, slowly lifting and lowering. And again, we have options as we do, moving at our own pace from right to left. We can bend the knee, pressing up towards the sky to add that sensation in our glutes as well, increasing the energy. Or if we need more of a cooling stretch, we can keep those toes connected. The choice is yours. We'll breathe just a few more rounds as we flow at our own pace with our own movement. There's no right way. One more full round of breath, and whenever you're ready, we can meet again back in that tabletop position. And we'll shake the hips from side to side. I'm going to turn over to the side so you can see what our next position will be. You can turn over to the side as well for the long ways of your mat. We'll bring our left leg out to the side so that the knife edge of our foot is connected to the ground. And as we connect, we're going to gently walk ourselves up so that we're standing on our knee. And for gate pose, we're going to inhale the right hand up and exhale, reach over. Really strengthening through the core, feeling on the side of the body. Inhale, gazing up, arms reaching out. And we exhale, float that right arm down, and then we'll reach the left arm for a side plank. Trying again. This is going to be interesting. So we're going to inhale using our core to lift ourselves up. Hands out wide. Excellent. And we reach the right hand up. Take a deep breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Reaching. Just a few more times. Inhale. Engaging our core. Fantastic breathing. Inhale, lifting. And exhale. And we'll come back to that tabletop, slowly transitioning back. And we'll try the same thing on the left side. So our left leg will reach, our right leg will reach out so that the knife edge is connected to the mat. All four corners of the feet connected, reaching and lifting ourselves upright. Taking a big deep breath, inhale, exhale, reaching the left hand up and releasing, reaching the right arm forward. Finding our flow as we move, inhaling and exhaling. Really focusing on drawing the hips forward so we're not sinking back. Just a few more movements, a few more breaths. It looks so graceful out there, everybody. Making sure we breathe. Last time, exhale, bringing the left hand to connect to the mat, reaching the right hand up. We'll bring that left foot in and we'll come back to our tabletops, rocking from side to side, finding ourselves grounded. And then we'll exhale, find our first child's pose by bringing the big toes to touch and floating the hips back to connect to the heels. Reaching the hands forward for an extended child's pose and resting the forehead down on the ground. Using this opportunity to roll out the wrists and sinking the hips back. Finding space maybe for our bellies to fall under by opening the knees a little bit wider. One more deep breath. Pressing back into the palms. Even though I know we can stay here all day, we'll inhale and come back up to our tabletop position. Finding our alignment again, bringing the knees in right underneath the hips. We'll try to do a thread the needle. This time we'll reach the right arm up as we twist from the core. Inhale, gazing up behind us. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we'll float the right hand underneath the space between the left arm and the left knee and drop the shoulder. We can lift the left arm up towards the sky, and we have a choice to either reach that hand forward or rest it on the small of the back for bind. The choice is yours. Allowing ourselves to release here, but also shifting the weight between our hips to balance. So we're not just sinking over to the left side. We want to be balanced between those hips. We'll take a few deep healing breaths here. Relaxing the shoulders. Feeling the breath travel to the belly in a different voyage. Wringing out the spine. We'll exhale and bring the left hand, the left palm connecting to the ground. As we press ourselves up and float our right arm back up to the sky. And we'll float that hand back for tabletops. We'll check that out. How did that feel? A little twisty? We'll try it again on the left side. Left hand reaching up. We'll exhale, bring the left hand in between the arm and the leg, that space, threading the needle. We'll inhale, the right arm reaches high, and then we can let it fall wherever it wants to, on the small of the back or reaching in the front of the mat, your choice. Deep breaths through the belly. And whenever you're ready, we can gently press ourselves back up. Coming back into tabletops and finally floating through a cat-cow, dropping the belly down, gazing forward. Being gentle here as we press away, tucking the hips under and tucking the chin into the chest. Pressing into those palms, we exhale, drop the belly and gaze forward. We'll tuck the chin into the chest and lift the heart up towards the sky as we press away for cat pose. Breathing, exhale, dropping the belly, lifting. As we flow, we can allow our eyes to close and just let our spine travel wherever it needs to go today. There is no right way, there is no wrong way. Just making sure we breathe. And whenever you're ready, we'll find another child's pose, opening knees a little wide. This time, any variation works. We can bring the hands forward, or we can let the palms rest underneath the forehead for a gentle massage of our third eye. Breathing. We're letting go just for a moment. We can bring our hands back to all fours and we'll travel right into our first downward facing dog of today's practice, taking your time to move. How you guys doing? Are we got thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs down? Okay. All right, I'll trust you. Just asking yourself that a few times during today's class. We'll tuck our toes under, preparing again to lift ourselves up using our core, pressing into those palms as we lift our hips up towards the sky for our first downward facing dog, dropping the heels towards the ground. And really I'll encourage you to pedal one heel at a time as we loosen up any tension we might be holding on to in our hamstrings. Releasing here, shaking the head yes and no. Allowing the knees to bend and the weight to shift from our wrists to our feet. And we'll gently tiptoe the feet towards the hands as we'll meet for forward fold. Now's a great time to grab on your block if you have one, right underneath your hands, but if not, that's fine. We'll just make sure to bend those knees. Again, so we're alleviating any tension we might be holding on to in our back of our legs. We'll shake the head yes and no as we release our belly and our thighs. Try to connect as we release our knees, shaking from side to side. As we exhale, releasing our crown towards the ground. Pressing our toes into the ground, we'll gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. Now when we do, we'll allow our head and our hands to hang heavy, melting away any of the stress, any of the fear, just letting it drip from your fingertips, from the top of your head. And we'll continue to roll up, but we'll continue to breathe as we regain strength in our legs, in our belly, lifting the chest up. We'll roll the shoulders up and we'll release. And we'll just shake that out. Again, I'll invite you to adjust your leggings if you need to and rock from side to side, shaking out all of that we just stretched on the floor. And again, I'll just check in to see how everybody's doing. Thumbs up if you're good. Yeah, okay. Great. All right, so summer solstice. We would be remiss if we did not hang out with sun salutations. So we're gonna do a few of those today. And if it's your first time doing sun salutations, it is a pleasure for me to acquaint you with them. Okay, so we're gonna start off in mountain pose at the front of our mat. And so what that looks like is, imagine just being a mountain. Your feet will connect strongly to the ground. And you'll mirror that strength through your legs and through your core. And you'll open your chest and your heart. You can allow your eyes to close or you can gaze at one point in front of you as you relax your shoulders and lift your chin. And you can even open your hands so you feel nice and strong, just like this. Taking a deep breath in and out. We'll just try a subtle breathing meditation, moving meditation here in mountain pose. Inhaling, the hands reach up towards the sky. Holding at the top. Exhale, they come back to the side. Can allow the eyes to close again or gaze at a point in front of you. Finding connection with the feet as we inhale, lifting. Exhale, open. Finding a connection with the breath and the movement. Inhaling. Open. Exhale. And as we flow through our sun salutations, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll continue to move as we breathe. And breathe as we move. Not so much focusing on the movement, but more on the breath, more on just saying hey to the sun for all that it does. Okay, so next pose. We're in mountain pose, so we'll inhale, the hands reach up to the sky. And as we exhale, we'll fold over for our forward fold, reaching the hands towards the ground. Shaking the head yes and no as we release. We'll take an inhale, our hands will rest on our thighs as we lift halfway up. And we'll exhale, finding a forward fold. Again, our hands connect to the ground. One by one, we'll reach one leg behind us, coming into a plank or kneeling plank, whichever feels best for you today, taking our time to get there. Taking a deep breath in, and then we'll exhale, drop the belly and the chest to the floor. Nice, and release. We'll inhale, press into the hands and lift for upward facing dog. So we'll lift our chest and our belly off of the ground, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Taking a deep breath in, we'll tuck our toes, slightly coming back on our knees and lift downward facing dog. Being kind there for the back, the lower back. Taking a deep breath, we can walk or hop our feet towards our hands for forward fold. We'll take a deep inhale, lift halfway. Nice flat back. Exhale, finding our forward fold. And then we'll press into our feet and we'll lift the chin up towards the sky, reaching the hands back up. And exhale, bending the knees for chair pose. And then we'll come to mountain pose. And that, my friends, was a sun salutation. Give yourself a round of applause. Okay, we're gonna try that today 4 times. We can try that 4 times together. And we'll start by just shaking it out. Any stress or anxiety that you might be holding on to, we're just gonna let it all out with these next 4 rounds of sun salutations. I promise you, you're gonna feel different after we do it. All right, so we'll start off in mountain pose. Feeling confident, feeling strong, feeling proud of yourself, your future self. We'll inhale, reaching the hands up towards the sky, nice and strong through the belly. We exhale, finding forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway, nice and long through the spine, reaching the energy to the top of the crown. Exhale, finding forward fold. Releasing here. One by one, finding ourselves into a plank position of your choice, knees on or off your choice. And we'll exhale, drop down to the floor. We'll inhale, lift upward facing dog. Excellent. We'll tuck the toes and lift up for downward facing dog. And we'll walk or hop our feet towards our hands. Being safe, but being fun. We'll inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the feet, we'll root down and rise up back to mountain pose. And we'll exhale to chair pose, hands to the heart center. And we release, straightening out the knees, lifting the chest. Mountain pose will roll right in. Inhale, lifting the hands 3 more times. Exhale, folding over. Connecting to the breath, we inhale, lift up halfway. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. Finding a connection. Finding our plank. We exhale, drop the whole belly and the chest to the floor, whole body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Nice and strong and open through the heart. We'll tuck the toes, lifting up, downward facing dog. Finding forward fold. We'll inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Planting those feet, both. And then we'll lift up to mountain pose, heart raised up. Bringing the hands to heart center, finding chair. Inhale, lifting for mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Not giving up on ourselves, we'll inhale, lifting halfway. Finding our inner power, exhale. We'll find our plank position, taking our time to get there. Dropping the chest and the belly to the floor, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, lifting the chest and the belly. Nice and proud. We exhale, lift for downward facing dog. Hopping or walking our feet towards our hands. Taking an inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, finding forward fold. Pressing into the feet, lifting up to the hand, lifting up to mountain. Exhale, chair. Okay, this is the last time. I know we've got it. We inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Really connecting to the breath. Big exhale. We inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, releasing, forward fold. Finding our plank, taking a full deep breath here. As we exhale, dropping the belly and the heart to the floor. We'll inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Drawing away the shoulders from the ears. We'll take a big inhale, downward facing dog. As we exhale, jumping the feet towards the hand or walking, finding our forward fold. Taking a deep inhale, lifting halfway. We've got this. Exhale, forward fold. Taking our time, we'll root the feet down and with power, pressing into the knees, lifting, gazing at the sun. We'll exhale, find a deep chair pose. Keeping the hands at heart center. We'll just straighten the knees. Keeping the hands connected to your heart. Breathing and feeling the pulsations in your heart, the rhythm, the power as we slow down our breathing. Slowly take an inhale. Letting the exhale exit through your lips. And again, we inhale. Exhaling. Last time, we inhale. Holding. And we release. Letting the hands go and just give yourselves a round of applause. That was fantastic. Yay. Let's check it out. If you need to grab some water, that was a pretty hot little flow we did. I'm very proud. The sun would be very proud of us if it were out today. It's rainy where I am. Okay, so now we're gonna do our cool down because we deserve it. How's everybody doing out there? Just wanna check. Thumbs up, we're good. Groovy. Okay, all right, so cool down. I'm ready for it. I know you are. We'll start in mountain pose, so we'll travel back to the floor. So we'll find a connection and we'll inhale, reach the hands up. We'll take an exhale, finding slow swan dive as we forward fold. Connecting to the feet, we'll inhale, lift back up for mountain pose. This time when we forward fold, we're just gonna connect to the right side of the body. So we're gonna forward fold over to the right side. Saying hello to your right foot. Inhale, coming back up. And slowly saying hello to your left foot. Swan dive down. And we'll inhale. And then we'll come back, center, exhale, swan dive. Saying hello to both feet. Making sure they feel great. And then one by one, we're gonna find our downward facing dog. Again, pedaling the heels, one by one, connecting to the mat. So we're gonna transition to a pigeon pose. I'll give you some variations for this, but for right now, we'll just lift our right leg up towards the sky. And then we'll bring our right knee towards our right wrist. And then we can just find our pigeon pose, and we can scooch our left leg back, and we can find the space between our left hand and our left hip wherever our foot needs to go for pigeon. So we can hang out here for pigeon pose if this feels good. And we'll just find a little pocket for us to open and stretch, rolling the shoulders back down, and we'll exhale, folding over, allowing ourselves to stay here. But if we would rather do pigeon supine, we can lay on our back and try this as well. And so while you all are pigeoning on your bellies, I'll just demonstrate if you want to try a supine pigeon. We'll cross the right leg over the right knee and reach the chest towards the leg. We've got options. And wherever we are, making sure we're releasing. We're finding what feels great, but we're also letting go of expectations, judgment. Bringing awareness to those hips and finding extra space for you to really breathe into the stretch. And if we're in pigeon, we'll press our hands up and lift our chest proudly. And we'll tuck the back toes in, leading for downward facing dog, and we'll try the other side, pedaling the heels one at a time, just like we did. Just finding a little bit more opening. Our left leg reaches up towards the sky, and our left knee and our left wrist connects, letting that leg fall down. Finding that balance in between our hips so we're not sinking over to the left side. And slowly reaching the right leg back until you find a space that feels good. And whenever you do, you can find a fold, bringing the hands underneath your forehead or reaching the hands forward. And again, always have the option to cross the left ankle over the right knee, pressing the knee away from the chest and pressing the chest towards the shin for seated pigeon. Making sure we breathe here, relaxing the shoulders, letting go. Shoulders away from the ears, whether or not you're seated or you're lying down. And if you're seated, pressing the heart a little forward as we fantastic. Again, pressing our chest off of the ground, inhaling, lifting the heart forward, nice and strong and proud. And as we exhale, we'll just shift our weight over to the right and swing our legs forward. We'll come into a butterfly. Bringing the bottom of the feet to connect. We can hold on to our ankles or our toes, allowing the knees to release. You can place blocks underneath your knees if that feels good. Or you can just place a pillow there as well. We'll inhale, lift the heart forward, nice and strong through the spine, letting the eyes close. And as we exhale, we'll fold over. Letting the heart reach forward without curving the chin to the spine, to the heart. Gonna leave the spine nice and long, nice and straight. Breathing into this stretch, feeling longer through the spine. And as we exhale, now we'll fold over, inviting a curve in the spine, the chin to the heart. Releasing here for 3 deep healing breaths. Feeling the power of the sun in the belly. Filling ourselves up and releasing. We'll find that exhale and hold. Inhaling. Exhaling. And hold. We'll gently roll up. Find that inhale, and then we'll shake those legs out. Great job. All right, so we'll bring the right knee into the chest. Now we're getting ready to lie down. So slowly rolling ourselves back down, making sure you're good on your mat. If you have to scooch forward, you can do that. So our right knee is into our chest, pointing and flexing both feet, getting any crinkles left in the ankles. And then we'll rotate, we'll bring our right knee over towards our left side for a supine twist. We can bend that left knee for more support as we try to find our right knee towards the left side of the floor. And our right hand can rest on our hip or connect to the ground as you gaze back behind. Allowing yourself to release here, whatever feels good, bending or straightening the legs. Another hop option here, if you want a little bit more sensation, you can grab onto the left ankle. Allowing yourself to breathe and release. Letting go, and then we'll bring the right knee back into the chest, untwisting ourselves. It's really great for the digestive system, this pose. And then we'll bring the left knee in, straightening out the right leg. And gently twisting over left towards the right side. Getting yourself into a space that feels comfortable. Either placing a pillow underneath the right or the left knee, or bending the right leg. Big belly breath. Our left hand resting on our wrist or on the floor as we gaze over our left shoulder, if that feels good. Again, for more sensation, you can grab onto your right ankle, your right foot, untwisting ourselves, bringing the left knee into the chest. We'll also bring the right knee back into the chest. And we'll find our happy baby pose to finish off our practice. We'll bring our peace fingers connecting with our big toe, or you can grab onto your ankle here. As we lift the feet towards the sky, but bringing the knees underneath the arms and allowing yourself the freedom to just rock from side to side, just like a joyous baby. Dropping the hips towards the ground, finding that connection with your root chakra. Letting the heels open up towards the sky, allowing the hips to release. It is a requirement that we smile or smirk during this pose. Giggles are appreciated. It's feeling carefree. One more deep healing breath as we exhale, bringing both knees into the chest. We'll give ourselves a nice big hug. We'll inhale, bring the chin up towards the knees. Inhale. And we exhale, releasing, finding our final relaxation. Taking up space on your mat. And just like we did when we started, you can find whatever position feels comfortable, either bringing the feet to connect to the mat, or finding that butterfly stretch again if we want to focus on opening our hips. Or again, you can just straighten out your legs and just sprawl out. This is your time to relax. And just for a few minutes, we're going to sit with our breath. Noticing how we're breathing. Allowing ourselves to let go of any lingering tension in the body just for these few moments. Wiggling the eyebrows, letting go. We'll begin to slow the breath, breathing into the belly. And exhaling. Reminding ourselves that today, that this moment, summer solstice, is a time for reflection, gratitude, hope, and stillness. Be still. Allow yourself the permission to be still. Whatever thoughts come across your mind of anxiousness and worry, just for this moment, bring your awareness back to your inhale deeply and your exhale. Just for right now. Breathing in and breathing out. Begin to bring some awareness back into the body, slowly wiggling our toes and lightly pressing our thumb into each finger one by one. Whenever you're ready, we can find ourselves in a fetal position, rolling over to one side, gently allowing ourselves to sit in this space of renewal, breathing in and breathing out. And whenever you're ready, we can press ourselves up into an easy seat. Letting go of the neck and any lingering tension in the shoulders, letting go. Place one hand on our heart and one hand right on our belly button. So our heart chakra and our solar plexus, our inner fire, our inner sun. Breathing in and closing the eyes, breathing out, feeling the connection inside of ourselves, all of the work and the miracles that are happening, being proud of this moment in time, letting go. And I'll remind myself of the quote by Angela Davis. She says, sometimes we have to do the work, even though we don't see a glimmer in the horizon, that anything is really going to happen. Sometimes we have to do that work, even though we don't know what's going to happen. We'll bring our hands into our heart center. Breathing in together, we'll inhale and we'll exhale. Holding. And we'll inhale again. This time exhaling through the lips, letting go, say, ah. In gratitude, I'll bow to you. Thank you for allowing me this space to share in your practice. Again, my name is Addie, and I'm a yoga instructor, and I really enjoy sharing this practice. I am available for private classes as well. If you're interested, please let me know. Thank you again.